This is it. Here we are, arriving at James Ackland's house, guys. We have the password to get into his laptop, which our mother gave us on our last trip to South Africa. She thought we might need it. She used to go out with him. She was with him for several years, so she knew his password. If it's still the same, let's fingers crossed it is still the same. But Mateo is doing something very, very risky, guys. Professional footballer here, about to break and enter into his stepdad's house without permission, guys. We put our mask on. Hopefully no one sees us. We're going to quickly make our way in before anybody sees us, guys. We grabbed the mask that we had, and we got all of our darkest clothes on and everything ready to go. We're going to make our way down to the tennis court here. We're trying to jump over the fence, and we're just about to make it over the fence here onto his tennis court. Car alarms going off in the background. Eerie night, and Mateo has never been so nervous. A place we used to go in here all the time. We used to live here for quite a long time with our stepdad and our mother, and since they broke up and she's gone back to South Africa, we haven't actually been back to the house since we moved out. And we do know what we're doing, guys. We're just checking, making sure we're ready to go, guys. We're going to start sneaking our way in to our stepdad's house. Honestly, Mateo has never been this scared or nervous. If something goes wrong here, he could probably be fired from Reading. He probably could be losing his place in the team if he gets caught breaking and entering into someone's house. But guys, here we are. We're about to start sneaking into the house. We know that this isn't the best way to go in. This door is open, but we're going to go around the back and hope that he's left the front door open. We're around the back here, sneaking our way in, guys. Mateo is so scared right now. He's shaking with nerves. He needs to find out where his stepdad's laptop is. He normally kept it in his bedroom upstairs on one of the desks up there. So hopefully we can get up there without seeing anyone. Guys, look, the front door is open. So Mateo makes his way in, just sneaking through. And there is his stepdad and the girlfriend sat on the couch by the looks of it watching TV. They didn't notice me. Mateo walking past, so we're going to go up the stairs, guys, as quietly as we can and go into his bedroom. That's our old bedroom over there. We're going to go into his bedroom and see if we can find the laptop and try out this password, guys. Looking around, it's not on the desk here, but just as we turn around, here it is. His laptop is on the desk, guys. We type in the password, it lets us in. And on the screen is surprising. There's a bank statement here, which is his bank account details. He's left all this open, guys. There's a bank account details. We can't stay here too long and look now. And there's also this very interesting indeed, flight records for a lot of different places he's been to with destinations, with GPS times, altitude, everything, guys. There's some really cool stuff here. So I've quickly emailed these to myself, which we can look at home, and taking a quick picture with my phone. But we've got to get out of here. We can't take time to look at this right now. We found flight records and we found a bank statement of some kind. Maybe these things will help us figure out what is going on and what his involvement is here. We know he's part of the match fixing, but how? And we need evidence of this, guys. We're trying to sneak out of the house now before he sees us, before he notices. We've got those documents emailed to ourselves. We took some photos and emailed them through to ourselves so that we can look at them when we're at home on our own laptop, and we can also take pictures and put them up on the investigation board as well. So guys, I think that was pretty successful. We didn't want to stay long. We didn't want to do anything too drastic here. We didn't want to get caught. That was the main thing. And before anybody sees us, we've run out. We've made our way out of here. We broke into his house. We didn't break in, but at the same time, entering someone's house without permission is breaking and entering. So this is what we did. We're trying to climb over the fence here, trying to get out. We couldn't quite get through the hedge, but we decided to go around here on the wall, sneaking our way across slowly. Still, there's the car. The car alarm's still going off out here. It's good cover to run back to the car quickly before anyone notices us, and hopping back in the car and heading away, guys. We're going to be heading into our next game very soon. We made it though. That was scary. We made it. We hacked our stepdad's laptop. We used the password. We got in. We got some important information without anybody knowing. Now, guys, we got to look at that a bit later. We got a game to come into now against Liverpool, a huge game against the league leaders, and we got a Premier League game against West Ham as well on the 6th of November, guys. Huge things coming up as we head into November. As you can see on the table here, currently sitting 18th in the tables, 10 games played, 8 points. We're not doing too bad, and we have 4 points clear of the bottom 2 at the moment. As you can see, Lucas João picked up a bruised elbow at training for 5 days, so he's out injured. And Omar Richards also picked up an injury. I think they tackled each other, suffered a bruised rib, and is out for 9 days as well. So we're missing those two for this important game against Liverpool, guys. As you can see from our lineup, Richards is here for this one, so he'll be out soon. But he wants to play through this game. As for João, he's not in this one. We've also got the likes of Firmino up front for Liverpool, Salah, Mane, Modric here, guys. They've signed Lucas Modric, Henderson, Milner, Felipe, Van Dijk, Robertson, Alexander-Arnold, and Alisson as well. Some huge names here in this Liverpool lineup, guys. Got to get into this one. It's raining now. It's home game against Liverpool, guys. This is huge. They're top of the table, and rightly so. They've got some great players. They've got Modric in here as well. They've got a new centre-back, Felipe, and it's going to be a big game, guys. And now looking back at what we just went through, guys, we Mateo can't quite believe he just did what he did, but he snuck into his stepdad's house. The door was open, and we went upstairs, we got to the laptop, the password worked, and on the screen was a bank statement and that are very interesting looking flight details. So we'll be able to have a look at that after this game against Liverpool, when we can kind of go into detail about some of the things. We'll go look over it and see if we can figure out anything that makes any sense to what we already know. But for now, we're going to get on with this game, guys. We're going to get underway against Liverpool here. 5 minutes played, and here we come now with the first chance of the game. Olise's running down the right wing here. He's pushing down, looking into the space now, trying to get past the defence. Van Dijk's catching up to him, though. What's he going to do with it now? Crosses it in there to Bryte. Bryte takes a good touch there, and the volley hits Puskas, and I think he was offside from that one. And here we are now 9 minutes into this game. Salah down on their right wing here, looking for options in the middle. He's laid it short there to Milner. Milner now trying to get us into the middle. He's laid it through there to Modric. Modric to Firmino, and it's in the back of the net. 10 minutes played. Your man Michael Morrison doing his job once again and conceding plenty of goals. Just what we needed to see, of course. And Liverpool has scored. Firmino there. They are playing well, but from Michael Morrison's point of view, guys, he's not picking up his man. Too slow off the mark. He is retiring at the end of the season. He's taken money from by the sounds of it, James Ackland for that bet for the match fixing where he conceded 7 goals. If it is true, we need to find out more evidence, which is what we're looking for in these things, guys. We're looking for evidence to convict James Ackland of something, or even Michael Morrison if it's that bad. But guys, at the moment nothing's come up about Michael Morrison, so we haven't worried about it too much. And here we are now pushing down the left wing. We still want to play this season out as much as we can, crossing the ball into the box. They're getting it blocked by Alexander-Arnold, who handballs it in the penalty box, and it's going to be penalty after penalty from these handballs, guys. Liverpool really need to watch out for that. Alexander-Arnold trying to block the ball, and he puts his hand up so high in the air, blocks the ball, and it will be a penalty kick here to Reading. That's their fault. They should not be using their hands in the penalty box. Puskas, though, has been chosen for this one. Steps up, and he nets that one nicely into the left-hand side of the net. We have drawn level here, guys. It is 1-1 on the scoreline. I think out of the last big 3 games we've been playing, we've leveled against Arsenal, we've leveled against Manchester United, and we ended up getting draws out of both of those games. And now we're here level once again against Liverpool. What can we do in this one? Can we get another victory here? Hopefully we can do that. We'll have to wait and see if we can hold this draw at least, or maybe grab another one, guys. Puskas' second goal in the Premier League this season. What is going to happen in this game? We're home against Liverpool. They are the league leaders. They are going to score more. I can just feel it. But for now, we are 1-1 on the scoreline. If we can hold them out and Michael Morrison doesn't make too many mistakes at the back, we might just be in for a surprise here today. Mane now on the ball. 26 minutes played. And Modric back to Mane. Modric looking dangerous in the midfield with his passing. Firmino back to Modric again. He's really the center of the play here, Modric. Just taking all the passes. There he is again. And laying them straight off again, looking for more space. And he's running through now. But Milner's on this one. Lays it wide here to Mane. They've got chances with players in the middle. Who's it going to go to? Mane trying to work his way inside the box. He's laid it there. And it's a chance for Milner. Of all players, Milner scores. And I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but Michael Morrison not picking up his man once again. Too easy for these Liverpool players to get through. And you can see the weaknesses in the defence. And honestly, if we stay at Reading next season, if we stay in the Prem and we do stay at Reading for one more season at least, Michael Morrison will be retiring. But it depends who they get in to replace him. Look at that. He cannot keep up. He cannot do enough. And we have conceded here. Look, Michael Morrison just not able to keep up with James Milner. It's gone in the back of the net there. And it is 2-1 on the scoreline. His first goal of the Premier League season. And of course he scored it here against Reading. It is now 2-1 on the scoreline. Liverpool 2, Reading 1. Can we turn this around once again in this game? Can we equalise like we did against Manchester United, like we did against Liverpool, and pull out a 2-2 draw out of the bag? We'll have to wait and see. Here we come now with the next one. Bryte makes an interception here. Great time to do it as well. Running into the box now. 30 minutes play. Crosses it in. And guess what? It's another penalty. Hendo there going and handballing it. The captain for Liverpool. They need to keep their arms down. What are they doing? Look at this. There's no way he would have blocked that unless he used his arm. So it's a clear penalty. Puskas steps up for this one and he scores again. It is 2-2 on the scoreline. 32 minutes in, and we have equalised here against Liverpool, guys. Once again, the man Puskas from the spot. If only Reading had let Mateo take those 2 penalties like he did in the last 2 games, maybe we just would have had 2 goals from Mateo Bryte. But I'm glad to see Puskas scoring. Puskas has been chosen. He's obviously got the better penalty stats. He got chosen to take these 2 pens, and he's converted both of them. So hats off to him for doing that. We did miss one before, so maybe that's why. But George Puskas here scoring his 3rd goal in the Premier League this season. 33-minute goal and 2 penalties for him in this game. He's 1 away from a hat-trick. Imagine a hat-trick of penalties. That'll be a funny one. And 2-2 on the scoreline now. Looking to get something out of this game. Reading, can we hold this till at least until half-time? Here we come now with a chance for Liverpool once again. Mane on the ball here. 36 minutes in. We're still in the first half. Firmino there laying it short to Henderson. Henderson on the ball. Lays it short there to Milner with the shot. And Milner... he doesn't score goals very often, and he's come out of nowhere, and he's scored 2 times for Liverpool here. How unfortunate is that for Reading? I cannot believe we've conceded again to Milner. He hasn't scored all season until now, and he goes and scores 2 against Reading. No one's picking up the late runs from midfield, which other teams probably are. Look at that, no one's there. I don't know what the 2 centre-backs are doing. They're both right next to each other, squished up into the play, and they're just not doing their job at the back at all, and it's getting really frustrating being able to score goals up front with the likes of 2 Puskas penalties, but then conceding way more at the back. It makes it really hard, and you can see why we're fighting for relegation here at the moment. Olise on the ball now to Watson. Watson on the right back, looking forward, looking for a pass, guys. There's 4 minutes of added time at half-time because there's been so many penalty stoppages. Puskas running through here. He's got a chance to lay it to Bryte. What's he going to do with it now? He's gone wide here to Arayuna, who's going to get this one into the box, maybe. Can we put this one in the box? He's laid it short there to Bryte. Bryte takes the shot. Oh, it's just hit the post and takes another shot there, and I think it's been a handball from Bryte. From that last shot there, bounced up a little bit, and here we are into the second half now, guys. Just to start now, Bryte to take the shot there, and what a save from Alisson. Guys, we were inches away from equalising here at 3-3. Alisson makes a fantastic save, and it's still 3-2 to Liverpool. And here comes Modric on the ball now, playing really well in midfield. He's controlling that midfield for Liverpool. Milner there laying it to Salah. Salah laying it in there, but Morrison gets a good interception in, and luckily he's done something in this game. Here we come now, Puskas on the ball with a late run here from Bryte. Who's the ball going to go to? Boom, just lays it nicely there to Bryte on the ball now. He's got a chance to lay it forward there. Here it comes to Josh Laurent. Laurent on the ball now. He's let it back to Bryte. Bryte with the chance, takes a shot. And another save from Alisson to deny Reading, to deny Bryte once again. He is playing really well in goal besides conceding the penalties. He hasn't really made any mistakes at all. Mane now on the ball for Liverpool. We are yet to score an open play, and here's a chance once again to make it 4-2 for Firmino. And he's done it, guys. He's put this game to bed. 4-2. Reading scoring 2 penalties, and that's it. That's all we could get. We couldn't actually score an open play. They had a very strong defence. Whether or not we can still do something in the second half. Modric here celebrating with his teammate. I'm sure Modric is going to end up getting like most assists this season. Look at that, another pass from Modric and another assist for him. Firmino shooting, easy goal for him, no hassle whatsoever. Keeper couldn't get a touch on it, and that's Firmino's 3rd goal in the Premier League for this season. What is going to happen in the rest of this game, guys? It is 4-2 on the scoreline. Boomo now getting substituted off for Wernbloom. Wernbloom, another player that came in last season who was retiring this season. I'm surprised we even buy these people. Since Mateo has been at Reading, we haven't spent a single dollar on any players, a single pound on anybody. Everyone's been a free transfer, and it's just insane to see what's happening, guys. Here we are now, Bryte on the ball, laying it through there to Puskas. A chance to make it 4-3. Can we do it here? Bryte on the ball, takes a shot there, and what a save! Alisson on fire today. He has a very highly rated keeper, but man, oh man, what a save. Bryte is trying his hardest to score, and Alisson somehow gets a hand to that. We're into the 82nd minute now. Puskas is now on the ball for Reading. We're trying our hardest to get something in goal, and a 3-ball here sees Bryte go through on goal. What's he going to do with it now? Surely this one. And guys, look at this replay. I cannot believe what I've just seen from Alexander-Arnold and FIFA 21. Look what happens here. Runs in, double foot jump tackle, gets the ball. I was amazed when I saw that. His leg almost spazzes out into oblivion, and he got a double-footed jump tackle in there. And the reason I turned on handballs this season, guys, we're into the 93rd minute. The reason I turned on handballs was because the amount of stuff that's getting blocked because of handballs in this game was ridiculous as it was. So I thought we may as well penalise the players for using their arms. Like we've seen these crosses going in, they keep getting blocked by hands, and the players should be penalised for that because that is the new Premier League rule, especially with the VR, which I'm pretending is in. But guys, we've lost this game here 4-2 against Liverpool. We're going to be heading back to the flat now, in which we'll be looking over those things we grabbed from our stepdad's place, and a very interesting outcome here against Liverpool. We almost had it, but we didn't actually score an open play. They've really dominated this game. We got lucky with 2 penalties, and they ended up winning 4-2. As you can see here, guys, the latest international call-up was just for the Iceland goalkeeper Anderson here, none for anyone else. So it must be mustn't be the time for Mateo to come up to the national team if we did have any games. But we're going to be focusing here on the investigation board, which we've got to look at, guys. We've got new things. Look at this updated here. We've got that screenshots there. We've got this DBS bank. It's like an overview of his account. There's nothing really on this that I can see. It's just showing how much money he has in one of his accounts, which is like 4 million, I think that is, which is quite a lot of money. I mean, he's definitely rich. We know he's rich, and obviously from the betting and from the match fixing, he's obviously got some of his money from there. So maybe we can dive deeper into this. It doesn't look like there's too much in this though that we can see yet. You guys let me know your thoughts down below. If there's anything you can see on that screen that might link to some kind of match fixing, I'm not sure. But we're going to look at his flight records now as well. It's something else we're looking at, where he's been to. He's been to Los Angeles, New York, Kuala Lumpur again, Los Angeles, New York again, Kuala Lumpur, Los Angeles, Madrid, and Singapore. So there's all these destinations, guys. Any ideas what any of them mean? There's the GPS time, the altitude he was at. This was just a few bits he must have been looking at. The latitude and longitude of all the locations. If anything makes any sense to you guys, make sure you hit up the comments down below and timestamp your favorite part of this video as well if you haven't already. If anything on these two new pieces of evidence makes any more sense to you than it does to Mateo at the moment, then you need to let us know so we can try to figure out this mystery and kind of get some evidence on our stepdad, because we really need to do something about him. We can try and get him convicted of something, maybe. That'll be really cool. If we can get evidence of him doing something illegal, we can send this to the police and we can get them to get him sorted out, get him arrested. But for now, we've got to focus on this game against West Ham, guys. The games are coming through thick and fast. We've got a game against West Ham. We're 18th on the table once again, 11 games played, 8 points on the table. Bournemouth and Leeds are below us. We did win against Leeds, which was great, and I can't remember what happened against Bournemouth, if we played them yet. I can't remember. I think they did beat us. I'm not sure off the top of my head. But we got this away game here now, guys. It's against West Ham. This is a huge one. We're heading to their stadium. Puskas is starting up front. And now Dia on the left back is replaced Richards, because he is now out for this game. Rafael starts in goal for this one. Elise has gained 1 stat point. He's up to 73. He's doing so well with his assists this season. As for West Ham's probable lineup, Hula up front here. They've got Bowen on the right. They've got Fornells on the left. They've got a decent back line, and Cullen in the midfield as well, with Fabianski in goal and Zaracho in center attacking mid. So they're looking pretty strong, West Ham. They're pretty high up in the table. They're like mid-table at the moment this season, and we're looking for another win, guys. Come on. We drew against Man U. We drew against Arsenal. We lost to Liverpool, rightly so. We conceded 4 to them. Luckily got 2 penalties behind. But other than that, they dominated that game. We're here at West Ham, guys. We're at the London Stadium, I believe. And this is going to be another huge game against the Hammers. Can we do the deed here, guys? We're into November now. We're progressing nicely through this season, and the lineups are looking pretty dangerous here. They've got pyrotechnics here as well at the stadium. Look at that fire behind the goals. Maybe if they score or we score, we'll see some fire action. That's pretty crazy. But about to get this game underway, guys. We're away from home. We haven't had to travel far. We are traveling here to London. So Reading to London isn't very far at all. So we haven't had to travel very far for this game. But here we are getting it underway now. The stadium looks great. And we're getting this one underway against West Ham, looking for a win, guys. What is going to happen here? First chance now, 2 minutes into the game. Cullen here, Bowen back to Zaracho there, pushing forward for West Ham. What are they going to do with the ball now? West Ham's pushing forward nicely on the edge of the box. The Reading's defense is a bit all over the place here. I don't know what just happened there, but we've conceded. When we take a look at this replay, guys, you'll see what I'm talking about. I think it was our centre midfielder. I don't know what just happened. He was completely out of position, keeping everybody on side. And the player just walked on in and took it. Look at this. Look, he just drops off. He follows the player. Look there. And it's Boomel. It's Boomel. He's like right next to our goalkeeper. He keeps that guy on side and he rightly scores. Zaracho there in his second goal in the Prem. Just like that, West Ham have scored. And Reading's defence, or in the midfield that time, ruined it. Boomel, I don't know what he was doing there. Really messed it up here for Reading. And here we are getting underway with the game now. Looking for a goal, but West Ham are coming forward once again. Hula on the ball now, laying it forward. There's Zaracho. Zaracho's looking dangerous. 2 of our defenders trying to open. Oh, I don't know what Liam Moore's doing again. He's left the space open and Bowen scored. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, guys, but I feel like FIFA 21, honestly, more than I'm blaming the defense, FIFA 21 is doing this more than anything. I have noticed it a lot. The players, when man marking, will follow way too much. I mean, look at Liam Moore over there. He's just wandered on, following his player the whole time, but he's left his space completely open. This is what's happening in FIFA 21 lately. I've noticed it in career mode. I've noticed it on Ultimate Team. I've noticed it on lots of things. The defenders just follow the player, they don't actually do anything and they leave the space wide open. It happens a lot. But here we are getting underway with this game now, hoping for better defending in the future. And an interception here from West Ham, but a good tackle from Bryte there sees him win the ball back, and a chance here for Reading, maybe to bring it back to 2-1. Olise on the ball now. What can we do with it? Lays it to Bryte. Bryte pushing into the box now. He's got a chance on the edge, trying to figure out his way through. He's got a really good chance there, and a great block from Pedro Enrique to stop that one from Mateo Bryte. And it's going to be still 2-0 on the scoreline as we head on into the next highlight. And here it is. Great through ball there to Haller here, and the chance coming back to Bowen. Bowen's on the ball now, lays it central in there to Zaracho. What's he going to do with it here? Holding it up nicely. Great piece of play there to keep it away from Morrison. Great feet from Zaracho. Really nice, well played into Cullen. Cullen into Bowen, and Bowen scored a third. There's no way back from this game already, guys. It's 3-0 in this game. Bowen scoring his second of the game, and he's looking pretty dangerous in there. Reading's defense just all over the place in this game. No idea what's going on. Look at that. He is trying. Michael Morrison is trying, but no one picked up their men, and the ball just came in too quickly, and that one was a pretty average goal. Well played from Jared Bowen, though, just scored his third in the Premier League this season, his second in this game, and we're going to be 3-0 down in the 35th minute. This is not really ideal, and after some pretty good games against some of the top teams, we're coming here to West Ham against the mid-table team, and we're getting absolutely dominated at the moment. They're obviously just playing better than some of the other teams did against us, finding our weaknesses, and here we come with another chance for West Ham. Fornals there with the shot. Great save from Rafael to block that one out, and here we are now into the 45th minute, guys, looking for a chance. What can we do now? It's just started the second half, and here goes the ball, laying it forward there. Laurent on it now. Dia on the ball, lays it short here. We've got a chance of Bryte pushing forward with Puskas. An underlapping run here from Bryte. Bryte's got an opening. Can he do something with it? Now he's going to shoot, and he does score. That is good. That is just what we needed. It's 3-1 on the scoreline, guys. Mateo Bryte doing what he can up front to keep Reading in this. The defense letting us down a lot. Olise there played well. I think that was an assist for George Puskas from this one, and well played from him to hold up the play. Great through ball, opens up the space nicely, and Bryte finishes this one into the side netting. Very nice indeed. Mateo Bryte there, 7 goals in the Premier League this season. Hopefully we can get some more in this game, but it is looking a bit far off. We may be able to claw this one back just a little bit, but we have to have a good team performance overall, otherwise it just will not happen. And here we are getting the game back underway with the next highlight in this game, and it's going to be coming here for West Ham again by the looks of it. It's a free kick for Reading, but the interception comes straight away. Look at this, headed down there to Haller. Haller's going to do something with it now. Lays it back to Rice. Declan Rice, who's just come on. Lays it back to Rice once again, who's controlling the midfield now. Lays it central, and here we go with a West Ham chance from that back heel. Through ball coming through here, and the space is opening up for Zaracho. He cuts inside, and Michael Morrison's nowhere near him, and it's in. This is the problem. We've conceded 4 goals in this game, and Michael Morrison is so far off the mark and so slow. He cannot handle these Premier League players. That's basically it. He's a 68 rated 33-year-old retiring at the end of the season. He got a big payout for his match fixing against Manchester City, and who knows, maybe he's match fixing in all these games too. We just don't know anymore, and he's just playing awfully this season. I think he's given up. He's in the Premier League. I think he's here just because he needs to be to finish the season. I wish he retired last season. It would have been way better for Reading defensively. But guys, he's just too slow off the mark. He's too slow to get tackles in. His positioning is awful. And we're going to be carrying on now with another chance for West Ham. 71 minutes into this game now. Laying it into the middle there to Sriracha, who's on a hat-trick. But he's laid it to Bowen, who's on a hat-trick as well. And he's just gone and put that one wide. Almost a hat-trick for Bowen. Both of them one away, and who's going to score it first? Let's wait and see, because 78 minutes into this one, and they're coming forward with another chance in this game. Zaracha there laying it back and getting it back to feet. He's laid it through here. A chance for Silva. Silva's just come on. He's crossed it into the box there to Bowen. Bowen shoots, and Bowen scores. 5-1 to West Ham. Fans are ecstatic here at home for West Ham. Reading are just in disbelief. Cannot believe we conceded so many goals to West Ham. A hat-trick there for Bowen. And the new player coming on halftime then lays it into the middle. Bowen takes a good touch and shoots it past Dia. And just no one's picking up their men. No one's tracking back from the midfield. That's another thing I've noticed. There's not many players tracking back from midfield, which is causing the players that are waiting on the edge of the box to get great chances and great passes in for the overlappings and underlapping runs. And now it's 5-1 on the scoreline, guys. It's not going well for Reading. We're into the 93rd minute now. Bryte tries to lay it forward here to Laurent, and there goes the full-time whistle. We did end up grabbing a yellow card at the end of that game because of the frustration. Made a bit of a rash challenge. And Bowen here grabbing the match ball and the player of the game, guys. He's done really well. He had 4 shots on goal and he scored 3 of them. So he grabbed himself a hat-trick, and Zaracho also scored 2, so he did really well. That was the only 2 goal scorers in this game, and they did really well to do the damage today. Bryte really disappointed with the team's performance and just doing what he can, but it's just not enough at the moment for Reading. And here we are, guys, at training after that. We're in 19th place. We've dropped down. Leeds won their game, so now they're up and they're level. We've conceded most goals this season. As you can see, we've got 2 wins, 2 draws, 8 losses, same as Leeds, but they have conceded less. We're here doing some penalty training because we really want to work on our penalties and get picked over Puskas, so I'm really working on penalties and free kicks as much as I can. We've also got some defending challenges to do as well. Liverpool sitting top of the table with 31 points. Manchester United and Spurs in 2nd and 3rd with 26 points. West Ham, who just beat us, rightly so actually, in 4th place. I didn't realize they were so high, and then Manchester City in behind. So West Ham doing really well this season. They've only lost 1, so obviously they did well. They've got some great players in their squad, and here we are about to finish up our training for today, and we're going to be heading home to the flat where we're just going to be watching some TV, chilling out. And just as we do that, guys, we're just sat here chilling out, and we hear this noise from down below, like in our garage area. We hear this noise. It's a really, really nice sounding car revving up, and then our phone starts ringing. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And it's Elise on the phone, and look at this. Mateo, it's me. Come downstairs right now. You got to see this, man. I think I just did something really dumb, but come and see. It's going to be so awesome. Are you kidding, man? That's you? Alright, I'm coming downstairs right now. Guys, I think Elise just bought himself a car, and it sounds really expensive. I'll see you guys all in the next episode to find out what kind of car he got. Peace out.